A warm welcome from Maiden Castle Sports Park for a clash between two sides who hope to be in the WSL2 promotion race by the end of the season, as Durham hosts Nottingham Forest on a beautiful October afternoon here in the northeast of England. Well, it's not been the best of starts for Durham, who would have hoped for more than 4 points from their opening 5 games. They began the campaign with an opening day 2-0 win at Portsmouth. They've lost 3 of their last 4 since. They make 4 changes from the side that lost to Bristol City last week. Tyler Toland, Hannah Blake, Rebecca Salicki and Mariana Speckmeyer all come into the 11. Sarah Wilson, who made her 250th Durham appearance in that defeat, picked up a knock. She is amongst the substitutes. Nottingham Forest have taken to life in WSL2 like ducks to water. 3 wins from their first 5 is an impressive return for the newly promoted outfit. And they thrashed Portsmouth 4-1 last time out. They make 3 changes from that win. Amy Claypole, Emma Head and Holly Olding all come into the side. Spain international Nakari Garcia Perez is one of the options from the bench. It's worked out well to Hannah Blake, who lays it inside to Lambert. Here is Lambert! She finds the bottom corner! A super break from Durham. And they were able to cut open Nottingham Forest. And it was a really good finish by Molly Lambert. Oh, a firm challenge. A fair one, according to the referee. And here is Poppy Pritchard. Still Pritchard. And it's put in! Heppel running in! And Durham double their leads! 2 in 2 minutes! Durham pick it back. Nice skill by Blake. Still Blake. And where will the cross fall? Big chance, and there's the third! Mariana Speckmeyer. And what an opening to this game for Durham. Hannah Blake deserves all the credit because she made the goal with a fabulous run. Boyalorka, who puts a good ball in, and Leah heads it goalwards, but she just couldn't direct it away from Kat Shepherd, the goalkeeper. It's a much better cross into the box. It's a dangerous ball in, and Boyalorka headed it goalwards, and somehow it scrambled out. Boyalorka thought she'd pulled one back for Nottingham Forest. It's a cross into the box, and Shepherd dives on the loose ball. You just wonder whether taking on the shot might have been the better option. Risky pass across the pitch, but she does find her intended target. Picked up here by Boyalorka. Kirsty Smith. Boyalorka saved and then scrambled clear. Well, she was found in space, Chantal Boyalorka. Was a good hit, but Shepherd able to make the save, and it's brilliant defending by Foster. Boyalorka. Only one thing on her mind, and that's to shoot, and she was so close to grabbing a goal back for Forest. Thomas. And there is the full-time whistle. Nottingham Forest see their away winning run ended by Durham, who end their 4-game winless streak with a convincing 3-0 victory. It was all about the first half performance. Full-time, Durham 3, Nottingham Forest 0.
Carly, commiserations, obviously not the result you were hoping for today. Can you just sum up how you're feeling after that one?
Frustrated, disappointed, but look, I can't knock my players' application and attitude. Again, we've dominated possession, we've dominated box entries, we've dominated chances, we've had more corners. I think they've maybe had 6 box entries across the 90 minutes, and they've scored 3 goals. And you know, they're clinical, and that's what they're good at. The 3 goals to concede again so early, I think it was 2 in 7 minutes. That's just unacceptable again. We know that you've got to win the battle here, and I think in the first 25 minutes especially, we didn't. It weren't through a lack of trying. I think sometimes in 1v1 duels, if you're not 100% committed to that duel, the opposition are going to come out with the ball, and when that happens in transition moments, then you can be really punished, and we've seen that in the first half today. I think all their goals have come from transition moments, and we've not managed that individually well enough. Again, like I say, not through a lack of trying. We've tried to get body contact, we've tracked runners, and we just seem to consistently be on the end of a goal when those moments happen. So we've got to learn, and we've got to learn. I keep saying it, we've got to learn quick, and you know, we'll do the work. I have to look at myself. Us as a technical staff have to look at ourselves and ask, have we got the training week right? Are we preparing the girls well enough? Are we landing the key messages? So the first thing we always will do is look at ourselves. We'll also challenge the players to do the same thing as well. But look, what I will say is, again, we've shown some excellent play on the ball. We've created some wonderful chances, set pieces, goalmouth scramble. Like, she's had to make 2 unbelievable saves in the second half. And like I say, it's not through a lack of trying. You know, we're you know, taking teams and pushing them forward and pinning them back and creating moments. We just don't seem to be clinical enough, but we're getting punished at the other end. And you know, you come to Durham and you do that, and you're going to be on the end of a loss, and that's what's happened today. But we won't be the first team, and we certainly won't be the last to come here and suffer that. So we have to bounce back now. Obviously, we've got Everton on Sunday, which is going to be a real big test for us defensively. So it's a good opportunity to rectify some of the things that we're not happy with ourselves with today. But then we've got the international break to recover. We've got a few big players missing. And adding them back into the squad is going to be a huge lift for the group as well. But look, we've still got 9 points on the board, and we'll continue to look forward.
Yeah, like you said, there's still a long way to go. Unfortunately, it was the nightmare start, you know, in the first half that sort of set the tone for the game. But as you say, Forest didn't give up. You were still absolutely going for it. You certainly didn't roll over and die. So are there some points that you can take out of today where you're like, actually, that's some positives for us? Yeah,
the character's never in question with this group. I think, you know, we have to keep reminding ourselves that at the beginning of a journey, we've got a whole new squad, essentially, albeit all very good players, but it takes time to learn about each other, and we're still doing that, we're still gelling. I said it's probably going to take till Christmas before we really see that come to fruition. We're being punished all the time at the minute, and that's the most frustrating thing. So we have to look at that as staff, and we need to make sure that we limit those moments and make sure that we're not conceding the type of goals that we are. And we certainly will do that. But look, this group are a very strong group mentally. They work hard on the training pitch. We'll continue to push forward, and we'll make sure that we have a positive performance defensively against Everton come the weekend.
And finally, just a word for Forest fans off the back of today. What would you like to say to them going into the next game at Everton?
Yeah, look, we're disappointed. We haven't been able to get a result for you. It would have been lovely to go into the international break with more points on the board, but what we need is for you to stick behind us. We don't, you know, we know that there's an expectation to win games. There's certainly an expectation for me to win games, but we're going to make mistakes. We're all human. I am, the players are. But what we do is reflect and we review, and that's something that is a huge process of ours. It's not something where we point fingers and point blame. So we need them to stick with us as well. Be positive around the group, be positive around me, trust that we're heading in the right direction, and stick with us, and you know, we will get the wins for you.
Amy, commiserations today. Obviously a really disappointing result for you. Can you sum up how you're feeling after that?
Frustrated. I think we came here thinking we could get a result, and I think we could have got a result if we'd have played a bit differently at times, but to go 3 goals down quite early on is very frustrating, and it's always a tough battle to climb. So yeah, very frustrated with today.
Yeah, and like you say, you're coming into this one off the back of a brilliant win last week, so it must have really hit you that bit harder, I think.
Yeah, we've had a lot of momentum going forward recently, so it's a tough one to take, but a lot of teams do come here and struggle, so it's not panic stations for us, but at the same time we need to learn. We're conceding a lot of goals in the first half, so we need to fix that quickly.
Yeah, what do you think it was today that just didn't quite click for you?
I think first 20 minutes they won the battles, the individual battles. They're very good at that, and we knew that coming into the game, but we just didn't execute it well enough. And at the end of the day, they got 3 goals from it, so it was always going to be hard. We did dominate the rest of the game, I think, at times, but it's a tough battle when you're 3-0 down.
Yeah, like you say, you did come out very brightly the second half. Things were looking a lot better, but again, it was almost like the damage had been done.
Yeah, I think it's tough to come here and play, especially when you're 3-0 down at half time. So I think we executed ourselves well in the second half, but it was always going to be tough when you concede 3 goals in the first half.
Like you say, though, long season, long way still yet to go. You've got a big game coming up next week against Southampton. How are you feeling looking into that one?
Excited, yeah. It's in a couple of weeks, I think, but yeah, really excited. It's away, so it'll be a tough battle again. We've got them and then Birmingham as well in the league, so it's some really tough games. But every game in this league is tough. I think we take it week by week and get 3 points and yeah, move on from there.
I watched you before the match and you seem to have a lot of togetherness in this team. Is that something that you think will really drive you forward and how you'll pick yourself up off the back of this game?
Definitely. I think we've obviously had a lot of new players coming in, but it's a really good group. I know the staff put a lot of work in recruiting good players and good people. So yeah, we've got a really together group. So I know we'll bounce back next time.
Cracking. Well, thank you for talking to us and best of luck.
Lovely, thank you.
Cheers, thanks.